she felt lost and alone. Opening her mailbox, she found a simple envelope, her name handwritten on the front. Inside, a letter filled with words that spoke directly to her pain, her fears, her dreams. As she read, tears welled up, tears of relief, of gratitude, of being seen. Later, she learned a friend had felt a strong urge to write to her. A simple act of obedience, yet it felt divinely orchestrated. This experience opened her eyes to a profound truth. God sees us. He knows our needs, even the unspoken ones. His love is deeply personal, reaching us in ways we least expect. Like a carefully crafted love letter, his love finds its way to you, offering comfort, guidance, and unwavering support. Open your heart to the possibility that he is at work in the details of your life, even now. We often dismiss the seemingly insignificant events in our lives as mere coincidences. But what if these events are actually brushstrokes of God's love, carefully placed to guide and comfort us? He parted the Red Sea, not with a gentle wave, but with a powerful display of his might. He guided the Israelites through the wilderness, not with a vague map, but with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. These stories aren't just ancient history. They are powerful reminders of God's unwavering faithfulness. He who cared for his people then cares for us now. He is the same God yesterday, today, and forever. Open your eyes to the possibility that he is orchestrating events in your life, even now. Embrace the unexpected blessings, the divine appointments, the seemingly random acts of kindness. For in these moments, God's love whispers, "I am with you." Have you ever felt a gentle nudge, a whisper in your spirit, guiding you towards a certain path? These subtle promptings, often dismissed as our own thoughts, can be God's way of communicating his love and direction. In the book of 1 Kings, we read about Elijah, a prophet who felt the weight of fear and despair. Yet even in his darkest hour, God met him, not with a thunderous voice, but with a gentle whisper. God's voice, though soft, carried power, reminding Elijah of his presence and unwavering love. Just as God spoke to Elijah in a whisper, he longs to communicate with you in the quiet moments of your day. Take time to be still and listen for his voice. Trust that he is speaking, even when his voice is gentle and his guidance subtle. Life is a tapestry of joy and sorrow, woven together with threads of laughter and tears. In the midst of pain and uncertainty, it's easy to feel forgotten, as if our cries fall on deaf ears. But the truth is, God sees every tear that falls. He catches them like precious pearls, treasuring them as reminders of our pain. In the book of Psalms, David writes, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book." These words offer profound comfort, reminding us that our pain is not invisible to God. He sees, he knows, and he cares. He is close to the brokenhearted, offering solace and strength in our times of need. Remember, you are not alone in your suffering. Trust in his love, even in the midst of your tears, for he is a God who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. It's easy to overlook God's presence in the mundane, everyday moments of our lives. We search for grand gestures and miraculous signs, but often miss the small, subtle ways he reveals his love. A breathtaking sunset, a warm cup of coffee on a chilly morning, the laughter of a loved one. These seemingly insignificant details are brushstrokes of his grace. In the book of Matthew, Jesus reminds us that God cares even for the sparrows. If God cares for the sparrows, how much more does he care for us, his prized creation? He is present in the ordinary, the mundane, the seemingly insignificant. When we open our hearts to see his hand at work, even in the smallest of details, we begin to experience the depth and breadth of his love in a whole new way. Take time to appreciate the simple joys, the everyday miracles that surround you. For in these moments, God's love whispers, "I am here." Have you ever felt invisible, lost in the crowd, as if your life didn't truly matter? But the truth is, you are etched on the palms of his hands. Your name is constantly on his lips, your needs ever before his throne of grace. The prophet Isaiah reminds us of God's unwavering love. "See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are ever before me." These powerful words paint a picture of a God who is intimately acquainted with every detail of our lives. We are not forgotten, nor are we invisible to him. He knows the number of hairs on your head, the desires of your heart, the dreams you hold dear. Remember, you are never alone. You are known by God, loved by God, and held in the palm of his hand. God's love is not limited by our imperfections, our failures, or our past mistakes. It is a love that knows no bounds, a love that pursues us relentlessly, a love that welcomes us home no matter how far we've strayed. He doesn't wait for us to clean ourselves up or earn His favor. He meets us right where we are, offering grace and forgiveness in abundance. In the parable of the prodigal son, Jesus paints a vivid picture of God's unconditional love. The son, who had squandered his inheritance on wild living, returned home expecting rejection, but instead, he found his father waiting with open arms, ready to celebrate his return. This parable reminds us that no matter what we've done, no matter how far we've strayed, God's love remains. His arms are always open wide, ready to embrace us with His forgiveness and grace. Run to Him and experience the freedom and joy of being fully known and fully loved. In a world obsessed with the extraordinary, it's easy to miss the beauty and significance of the ordinary moments. We chase after grand adventures and fleeting pleasures, often overlooking the simple joys that make up the fabric of our lives. But it is in the ordinary, the mundane, the seemingly insignificant that God's love shines most brightly. Think of the lilies of the field, Jesus said. They neither toil nor spin, yet even Solomon in all his splendor was not arrayed like one of these. God takes care of the flowers, clothing them in beauty and splendor. How much more will He clothe us, His beloved children? Find joy in the simple things, appreciate the beauty that surrounds you, and discover the sacred in the everyday. In a world filled with uncertainty, anxiety, and fear, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, lost in a sea of what-ifs and maybes. But God offers us a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that calms the storms of life and anchors our souls in His unwavering love. Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." His peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of God in the midst of it. He doesn't promise to remove us from the storms of life, but He does promise to walk with us through them. Embrace His peace and find rest in the knowledge that He is in control, and He is working all things together for your good. Knowing that God loves us personally and deeply changes everything. It transforms the way we see ourselves, the way we approach our relationships, and the way we live our lives. When we truly grasp the depth and breadth of His love, we can't help but be changed from the inside out. We begin to see ourselves as He sees us, loved, forgiven, and full of potential. Our insecurities fade in the light of His love, and we are free to embrace our true identities as His beloved children. Relationships take on new meaning as we learn to love others with the same unconditional love that He has shown us. And our lives become an offering of worship, a testament to the transformative power of His grace. Take time to reflect on the personal and detailed nature of God's love for you. Live each day in the light of His love, and watch as He works wonders in and through you.